As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Hey, shalom, shalom, Akim Yabashmel Shabakathum. Anakna Waha Iboya Sha'Allah, Hawalakim La'athum. Call Shabwai Baharacha, Wakakshal Yabashmel Shah. Hey, we the Hebrew Israelites, coming to you week in and week out through the spirit and power of Yabashmel Shah to preach to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and Israelite foreigners. Repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Call Laim La, Yahweh, Bashmel Shah, Basham Chak Wadash. Wa mashana kabadim zakwim na wa malakim shaya sha'ala hazakwim recha gadawa wa chasa wa shalamwan wa barakim lahaba chaya shah hagawa yasha'al shalamwan. I say all praise to the Most High Yahweh, which means He exists. Bahashem, in the name Yahweh Shah, He delivers. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Israel, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and mercy, peace, and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom, which means peace. All right, so this is Ezekiel chapter 3. And we're going to start at verse 17. It says, Son of a man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. All right, and this represents the prophets. All right, this is referring to, this is pertaining to Ezekiel, you see, but in this time it can be applied to the prophets, the men of the Lord, who are the men of Great Millstone, start from the elders and apostles on down to the likewise doctrines, or likewise camps. All right. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel, Yasha'Allah. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning for me. You see, because the Lord is bringing judgment upon the world. You see, because this world has walked in great pride. You see, and if you don't repent from those ways, you see, then destruction is headed to you. You see, and that goes for all of us. You see, if we don't get down, you see, the Lord will lay us down. You see, so that's why it behooves those of the nation of Israel to repent, you see, or we would take part in that destruction, you know. So if the word resonates with your spirit, you see, it behooves you to repent. All right, this is Luke 13:3. It says, I tell you nay, but except ye repent, ye shall all likewise perish. All right, so if you don't change your ways, which is a continuous process, then, you know, you will perish. All right. But going back to Ezekiel, which is Yahazak Allah. All right. Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17, it says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word of my mouth, and give them warning for me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. You see, so that wicked man is going to die for his wickedness, you see, but we will be held accountable if we didn't tell him about his iniquity, you see. That's why it says, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Verse 19, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. You see, so us warning the people through the Spirit is what gets the blood off of our hands, you see. All right, that was the point I want to grab from that, but go to Sirach 5 and 7. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. You see, so don't wait until, you know, it's convenient for you to repent. You know, repent, put off, you know, that old man and come back to serving the Lord. It says, put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. You see, so in thy security, you know, when you're least expecting, when you're comfortable, you know, you kick your shoes off, you about to watch an episode or, you know, whatever you watch, whatever Jake watch, you know, that's when the Lord gonna get you, when you got your pants down, so to speak. All right. So it behooves Jake to repent, turn back to the Lord. All right, and I also want to get Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1, it says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth. And that youth represents before, what's like, I'm gonna keep reading. It says, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grounders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. All right, so we're in those times now where the grounding is ceasing, which represents work is ceasing. It's no longer any work out here, and currently, those that look out of the windows be darkened because there's no hope for America, Babylon the Great, chiefly, you see, in the rest of the world. But it's gonna get worse, you see. So you want to repent, you want to come back to, you want to remember the Lord, you know, when you still got the opportunity to, when his men are still out on the highways and byways, and when the door of mercy is still open, you see, because it's gonna come a point in time where this word is no longer accessible. All right, going into Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. And let's get that. This Amos 8 and 11, it says, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord, being the scriptures. Breaking it down in totality, you see, because he has men from our elders and apostles on down of Great Millstone, and those of likewise doctrine, the same doctrine, that are breaking the words down in sincerity and in truth, and rightly dividing the word of truth. It says, but of hearing the words of the Lord, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. You see, because the Lord, he has had his men out there for years, you see, and it's going to come a point in time where he takes his men off the highways and byways. It says, in that day, or slot, yeah, that was the point. So the word is going to be difficult to be accessible. You see, so it behooves Jake, you Negroes, Latinos, West Indians, Haitians, Israelite foreigners, and you so-called Native Americans to repent, you see. But yeah, just wanted to go into something quick through the spirit. Abarazazada was edifying, call her light Mla, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua Bahashim Kakadash. Hey, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth from Ruel. Much respect to you, brothers out there, pushing this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom.